So do the numbers add up or don't they? Financial figures, financial projections, costings, taxation, blah, 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 blah. Nigel Farage gave a keynote speech yesterday in Westminster where he laid out a number of the Reform Party's plans should they ever get into government. And the immediate reaction from much of the press, but also very specifically from the Labour Party, the Labour front bench, Conservatives, etc., was this is all pie in the sky. The numbers don't add up. We can't afford this. The things that he's promising to give away just simply going to cost too much money. It's unaffordable. You need to rely on proper politics like the Labour Party and the Conservative Party. So let me just point something out to the Labour Party and the Conservative Party and the mainstream media economists and commentators and everyone else. This country currently has a national debt of £2.8 trillion. 2.8 trillion quid. And the Labour Party and the Conservative Party, more so the Conservative Party, but also the Labour Party, have been completely in control and run every government for 100 years, 100 plus years. So that 2.8 trillion in debt is entirely 100% down to them. So does that tell you that these guys are financial experts? Does it tell you that they run the economy properly? Does it tell you that they know how to balance the books? Does it tell you that they know how to get growth to outweigh expenditure? Does it tell you that they know how to levy taxes in such a right way that it can also cover the expenditure that's needed of the country? Or does it tell you that they haven't got a bloody clue that they constantly borrow, that borrowing doesn't stimulate enough growth and the economy doesn't grow fast enough, and therefore we're getting deeper and deeper and deeper in the hole every single year? Yet they are accusing the Reform Party of not being able to add up and not getting their sums right. They are literally taking the piss. It's a joke. It's an absolute farce. Rachel Reeves has been the Chancellor for what, 9-10 months? Has she done a roaringly good job? Has the economy turned around? Is growth booming? Has inflation come down? Have taxes come down? Most importantly, has borrowing come down? No, it hasn't. Borrowing's going up. Borrowing is going to be significantly higher this year than they projected when they came into power. Probably 20 to 25 billion pounds higher. We are currently paying, on the last year's accounts, 106 billion pounds a year just in interest on that debt. 106 billion quid a year in interest. And yet they've got the cheek to say that Nigel Farage and the Reform Party's sums don't add up. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But isn't it time just to try something new, for Christ's sake? Isn't it time to have some radical economic politics? If that means structuring the income tax system in such a way that nobody pays any tax until they earn 20 grand, maybe that will change things. Maybe that will boom and boost the economy. Maybe that will get people that otherwise are a bit reticent to go to work off their asses and get them into work. Maybe it's time to just turn over the apple cart, turn over the tables, do something completely different, completely new. Because just doing more of what we've been doing for the last 100 years ain't working, and it ain't gonna work. The Labour policies are not radical enough. Conservative Party's policies for the previous 14 years, not radical enough. When somebody came in who did try to be radical, Liz Truss, and I'm not necessarily defending her, I don't know whether it would have worked or not, but she did at least announce very radical policies. And what happened? The entire establishment, the media, the press, the Financial Times, the Bank of England all shit themselves and hounded her out of office within 43 days before she'd even had a chance to do anything. Why? Because they want to maintain the status quo. They want to just keep siphoning little bits off for themselves and keeping the rest of us poor. So when the Labour Party and the Conservative Party and the Liberal Democrats all come out and absolutely jump up and down on Farage and on the Reform Party yesterday and say these figures don't add up, they are taking the piss. Because they've had 100 years to have a crack at it and their figures never added up. Or certainly in the last 30 years they haven't. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me what I'm saying isn't true. And don't get me wrong, I'm not the biggest Farage fan. I think he is Team Farage rather than Team Great Britain. I think he's all about himself. But Reform are the only show in town. They're the only people talking about making genuine, real change. And we have to give them a shot, because more of the same, if you vote for more of the same, you need your head checking. Go and bang it against a brick wall, because it ain't going to work and it's not going to improve any of our lives. It's time for change.